were there. So all the Hebrews were scattered in Syria and throughout the Middle East. Read.
Arise, go to Padan Haram.
The people of the east was Padan Aram, which means the land of Syria. Read.
To the house of Bethuel, thy mother's father, and take thee a wife from thence of the daughters of Laban, thy mother's brother.
And the reason why Isaac told Jacob to do that, go back to where we left off at, Genesis 25 verse 6.
Genesis 25 and 6.
There's a reason why I said, because there were Hebrews there. There was Hebrew men and Hebrew women that were there, were descendants of Abraham, okay, that mostly dealt with the laws of the Torah and wasn't into worshiping idols. Okay, and when I say the laws of Torah, I mean the laws of the covenant the Lord made with Abraham before the Torah was formed, when it was the basic laws of the Most High through his mouth concerning sacrificial laws and things of that nature. But these men was not worshiping idols, although, yeah, in a way where Laban did have idols, okay? Yeah, he did have idols because Rachel ended up worshiping them. That's why she died. But for the most part, there were Hebrews that wasn't into heavy idol worshiping like the Canaanites were. So basically, Isaac told his son, you better not take a woman of Canaan. He told him to go into the east country, Padan Aram. Why? Read Genesis chapter 25, verse 6.
But unto the sons of the concubines which Abraham had, Abraham gave gifts and sent them away from Isaac, his son, while he yet lived eastward unto the east country. So
you do the math. There were Abraham's children out there. Okay, so basically Laban, basically Rachel, and basically anybody, Leah, and all the rest of them that was in that land region were descendants of Abraham.
That's right.
They were all Hebrews. So the east country was filled with Hebrews living in the land of Syria, amongst the Syrians. Aram and his people living there amongst each other. So that's where Job was from. Job was either a Syrian or Job was a Hebrew that came out of Abraham's lineage. Those are the only two choices. Bottom line, he was not an Israelite.
Right.
And number two, he was not an Edomite. He had to be either of Abraham's concubine seed, okay, or he had to be of the children of Syria, which is a descendant of Aram, okay, in the east country, Padan Aram. When it says the people of the east, it's referring to basically those two classifications, Hebrews and when we say Hebrews, not Israelites, because there are other Hebrews outside of Israelites, and not Edomites, although Edom is a Hebrew. Okay, there were Hebrews or they were the seed of Aram, which was Syrians, because that was their land that they was given according to biblical scripture.
Right.
All right?
Also, too, when you read the scriptures, people get the misconception that those men of the east were talking about the Israelites. When you read the scriptures, the Most High always referred them to the Israelites as either the sons of Jacob, the children of Israel, the Jews, the Israelites. Also, they were also known too as Gentiles in the Gentile state of mind.
Right.
They were not known as the children of the East.
Right.
Because the children of the East, when you get the understanding, they were known as who? As the heathens.
Right. Beautiful. Give me now we just read about the East country, right? Okay, concerning read it one more time about the East country, Genesis chapter 25, verse 6, and then we're gonna go to Judges 6 and 3.
But unto the sons of the concubines which Abraham had, Abraham gave gifts and sent him away from Isaac his son, while he yet lived eastward unto the east country. Now,
we're not even going back to Judges. Now, mind you, it said the east country. We just read it. What scripture was that? Call that out?
That was Genesis 25 and 6.
Right, Genesis 25 and 6. Hold that. Let's go back to give me 1 Kings 4:29. Hold that. Now, what the brother Marshall said, okay, through the Spirit, we're going to stamp it, man, through the Spirit of Most High, while your house shot through the scripture, man. We're going to bring it out. Read 1 Kings 4:29. 1 Kings chapter 4, verse 29. All scriptures up here, man. Read.
And God gave Solomon wisdom and understanding exceeding much.
Read.
And largeness of heart.
Read.
Even as the sand that is on the seashore.
Read.
Solomon's wisdom excelled the wisdom of all the children of the east country.
Oh, snap. Of who?
Of all the children of the east country.
But I thought they were Israelites. But we just read in Genesis, the 25th chapter, that the children of the east country was referring to the concubines that Abraham sent out there with his sons.
Right.
Those were the seeds of Abraham.
Yeah, the Israelites were not known as the children of the east.
Nah, the children of the east country was dealing with Abraham and his seed that he had with the concubine women. Okay, and the Syrians that were in that land region known as the descendants of Aram. You got to say these men had a lot of sons. These sons had sons, and they had sons. They're all heathens, okay, from Abraham, but they became a nation of people too. Okay, and that is where Job came from, the East Country. We just read it. What man going to say now? He's an Edomite. He's still an Israelite. Solomon, the scripture says Solomon, who was an Israelite, his wisdom excelled all the wisdom of the East Country, which was basically the children of Abraham. Okay, from his concubines. And Aram and Syria, and the Hebrews that were scattered amongst them. The Hebrews which were not Israelites, but the Hebrews that were scattered over there that were not Israelites. There were other Hebrews outside of Israel. Read it again one more time. 1 Kings 4:30.
4:30. And Solomon's wisdom excelled the wisdom of all the children of the East Country.
Read.
And all the wisdom of Egypt.
So when you get the right, go ahead. Which
yeah, I also got a precept Bible.
Right, go ahead.
Precept, it leads you to Genesis 25 and 6.
Oh, the precept will let you where?
To Genesis 25 and 6.
The precept, give me Isaiah chapter, what is that?
Genesis 25 and 6.
No, yeah, read that while I get Psalms 119, because did not the Lord say through thy precepts I get understanding?
Genesis 25.
I think David said that. Let me find that scripture. Matter of fact, yeah, read that one more time. I got one of them right here.
But unto the sons of the concubines which Abraham had, Abraham gave gifts and sent them away from Isaac, his son, while he yet lived, eastward unto the East Country.
So who dwelt in the East Country? They were Abraham's children from his concubines. That's where Job was from. Not Edom. Nor was he an Israelite. Where men getting these scriptures from? Right. Josephus, maybe? Okay, or on the doctrine of some other man?
Or the book of Enoch, maybe?
The book of Enoch?
Right.
The book of the dead, the book that doesn't correlate with the scriptures?
The Septuagint.
Like the Septuagint? Are we going to deal with the book of nonsense that other Hebrews made?
Yeah.
That brought forth Gentile doctrine? What book are we going to get? No, we just staying in the scriptures. Okay? As it is written, thus saith the Lord. And we're going to read Psalms 119 verse 15. Because the brother brought out the precept. Okay, yeah. I didn't even know it said that there. Read what you got. Right. Yeah, there's so many scriptures on that. We're going to read like 2 of them right now. At least 2. Maybe 3. Psalms 119 verse 15.
I will meditate in thy precepts and have respect unto thy ways.
Right. Now give me drop down to verse 100.
Verse 100. I understand more than the ancients, because I keep thy precepts.
Because what?
Because I keep thy precepts.
Read verse 104.
Through thy precepts I get understanding.
Well, but certain men, they have to go into the book of Enoch or Josephus, or they gotta ride to the Septuagint or go. Let's see what it says in the Greek Hebrew concordance lexicon. Right. Blah blah blah. But through the scriptures. Through the precepts, read.
Through thy precepts, I get understanding.
No, through the book of Josephus.
Through thy precepts, I get understanding.
No, through the Septuagint or through the lexicon of some moron. Through the concordance of some damn James Strong.
That's right.
The scripture says through the precepts of the scriptures I get understanding. Read.
Therefore, I hate every false way.
That's why we cut doctrines, because we hate doctrines. The false way is the doctrines and the false teachings. Okay, and anything false from the word of the Lord as it is written. Okay, according to the scriptures. Now, some may say, but where is the land of the East Country? Represents all the land from Syria towards the eastern part of Moab and Ammon, which is modern day Jordan. All that land region east of modern day, from Syria all the way down to Moab and Ammon, eastward of that represents the East Country, according to the scriptures. We're going to prove that and later on. Now let's get into us now. Okay, let's identify us. For you men out there that's crying that Job was an Edomite because you're a Cunalite, okay, and you want to love your slave masters.
Right.
Okay, you want to love your slave masters and your slave masters' children. You want to love them.
Right.
Okay, you want to stay in captivity up under them all day. You want to fetch them water. Okay, you just want to you love being up under them. Okay, let's get let me see here. Land of Uz. Okay, I'm gonna show you something right here. This is the setting of the stories of David and Solomon. Okay, this is all Uz right here. Okay, it cuts into Moab and Ammon's land, starting from Syria, which is further up. You see where it says Syria, it says Aram. Okay, yeah, I told you Aram is the father of Syrians. The scripture tells you that, not me. Don't listen to me, listen to scriptures. Because men got problems, listen to other men and running with it. But what did the Bible, what does the scripture say? As it is written. Okay, that's what this word is about. Look up here. Aram, this is all the land of Uz. and it goes further eastward. Okay, now let's get